Thanks everyone for joining us. I'm really excited about today's conversation. We have Marietta English, president of AFT-Maryland. So we're going to hop straight into it. President English, can you tell us a little bit about AFT-Maryland and tell us about yourself?
Sure. So, of course, you know, I'm Marietta English, president of AFT-Maryland. We represent 10 affiliates, of which we have members from healthcare through the state and education. Of course, our biggest affiliate is the Baltimore Teachers Union, of which we represent the teachers in Baltimore City. I've been an educator for over 40 years, so it's very important to me.
Awesome. So as president of AFT-Maryland, how would overriding the veto of the Blueprint for Maryland's Future benefit those that you serve?
Of course, since we represent teachers as well as healthcare workers, the bulk of it is the teachers that we represent. And so the first thing is that we would increase their pay, which they certainly do deserve. Educational teachers have been underpaid for so long that you can't even pay them for the work they're doing. And especially now when we're in a virtual learning situation and teaching, and teachers now are asked to do so much more than they have been doing before, because this is a new way of learning. And I think that's so important. That's number one. And then you have the community schools, wraparound services for our students that certainly after this pandemic, we're going to need a lot more counseling than they currently have. Children who haven't been in school now will have to learn how to communicate probably with students all over again. And what are the wraparound services? And the parents who've lost their jobs and kids who now don't have health care, don't have access to health care. Certainly is important that we have these community schools as well. And then you have money for special education, children who have these special needs, and so there would be extra money for that. And my passion is preschool and early education. That is my passion because I believe that that is the fundamental foundation that our children need. If we get a good start, and I'm sure research bears it out, that they're more likely to succeed and stay in school and graduate from high school if they start with preschool. I think it's a great preschool. So the funding for 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds is certainly important in early childhood education. That's extra funding. And then the resources that that would be provided to the schools. You have these tutorial programs, which we would probably be able to use our paraprofessionals to work in these after-school programs as tutors. So there's a lot of funding and a lot of other things and resources in this bill that are so important to our students and to the education of children across the state, and especially Baltimore City, where most of our children live in poverty. And funding for these children is just essential.
We couldn't agree more. And I think what you said is this is essential. So I guess with knowing how essential this is, do you have a message for lawmakers as they head back for their legislative session?
Override the veto. That's my message. Override the veto. Be fair to our students and help our students be successful in this 21st century.
Awesome. President English, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and hope you tune in next time for our next 3-minute Blueprint update. President English, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.